Good morning, everybody. It's a little after 9 and I'm doing my morning walk, trying to get into the habit of coming out and going for a 10-minute walk every morning and bringing my puppy along with me. Well, not really a puppy. But today I kind of wanted to talk about what I've been dealing with for years. It's not easy to admit, but it's been a long journey, and I'm hoping to learn something. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression for years, and I always thought I was the only one. It is mostly around the chronic pain, realizing that I'm 37 and dealing with stuff I didn't think I'd be dealing with until I was like in my 50s, 60s. It's about learning what I can't do that I want to be able to do, or that I think that I should be able to do. It's a cycle, and I've been working with therapists on and off for years, and nobody's really caught it until the lady that I'm seeing now. And she's explained, about the cycle and how everything leads to something else. Your chronic pain leads to less activity, leads to negative thoughts, then leads to more pain from not being able to, sometimes not being able to get out of bed and go for a walk or just get up and do anything. There are days I feel like, what's the point if anything I do might cause me more pain? So there's actually a phobia. It's a fear of movement. Hope I'm pronouncing this right. Kinesiophobia. It's the fear of movement. In my case, I'm scared that if I go for a walk like this, that something may happen and I'm going to be in pain for the rest of the day, and I'm going to be a burden on everybody else around me. So I'm trying to learn how to control that. I'm trying to learn that I can get out and move. And when I do get out and move, I'm not always going to hurt myself. Like I said, it's a struggle every day dealing with it. So we've been working on pacing, basically not pushing myself past the point of where it hurts, because I know that I can do it and I know that it's not going to kill me. Which last week I was doing really good with. I would work for 5-10 minutes and then I would stop and take a break. And then I would work for 5 or 10 minutes and I would stop and take a break. And I actually got way more accomplished by taking more breaks, because I didn't push myself to the point of pain. But there was one day that I forgot about. I didn't forget. I remembered that I was supposed to be pacing myself, but I just kept telling myself, just one more. Well, I did that for about an hour, and I really hurt my shoulder. So this last week has been about fighting my urge to get back out there and get some more done. I know that I need to rest my shoulder to let it heal, but then I start fighting with those negative thoughts that I'm lazy, people are gonna think that I'm faking it, or they're gonna think that I'm just trying to get out of things, or I'm gonna be a burden on them. She needs help again. Great. I didn't know I was signing up to be her caregiver. So I try to push through things, and it only leads to more time to heal. In reality, I just want to get out and be productive, whether it's working on my YouTube channel, trying to get that started, or taking my dogs for a walk, or them taking me for a walk. He's way up there. So, because I learned this last week that I need to slow it down, or I'm going to be down for a long period of time. Ruger! Come in! Come on! Ruger, come! So I've learned that I need to set reminders on my phone or my watch to stop and take the time to take that break, so I'm not out for a week trying to recover. I've learned that I need to have an accountability partner. Hold on a second. He's being a nut. What a goober. This is one of the things that makes me the most happy. Seeing him be able to run and sniff and pee and mark every blade of grass in the county. Let's see, where was I? So yeah, I've learned a lot of lessons this week. Very hard lessons. Oops, sorry, lighting's really bad. It's a lot easier said than done, because I deal with all the negative thoughts that I know I should be able to push through this. I can survive even if I'm in pain, but when you push your body to that point of extreme pain, you're causing yourself more problems in the end. So if you just stop and take those 5 minutes, you'll get a lot further. So I'm setting goals for myself, not so much until something is accomplished, but maybe work on clearing out the pond for, an hour a day. And in that hour, I take 5 breaks. So rather than making my goal, I want to get a path to the pond, it's just I spend an hour every day working on it. I've still got a few more days of recovery left for my arm. I'm trying to get this thing healed so it's done. So today I'm going to work on some light duty stuff like editing videos, working on my goals. Just small stuff that isn't going to hurt myself, but I'll still be able to be productive. And I know it's going to be a long process of learning how to cope with chronic pain. Nobody's ever told me that there's the anxiety and the depression that come along with the pain. It's just, you're in pain, deal with it. Take some Motrin and put an ice pack on it, rest it. So, working with her, I'm really starting to learn how to live with it. I mean, it's not going to go away. I just have to learn to work around it. And realize that there's nothing I can really do about it. I don't have control over it. I know that by not moving, I end up in a lot more pain. I've learned that by moving too much, I end up in a lot more pain. So it's just about finding that middle ground. So one of the reasons that we moved here was because it's just so peaceful for me to be here. When we started talking about starting our homestead, I think it's really going to help. Not only will we be able to eat better by growing our own food, I'll be able to be outside a lot more in a place that I feel at home. The sounds, I just love it. I know people laugh about it being like a happy place, but it really is a happy place for me. I find so much peace and relaxation just being out here. So I'm really hoping this will help in the long run. Being able to see Ruger and Amara run around and be dogs that brings me a lot of peace. Once I'm able to slow down and pace myself and work on projects a little at a time, that'll bring me peace. Sorry, got a little cheat sheet here. When we're growing our own food, not only is being out there harvesting it and weeding it, being out in nature, that's going to bring a lot of peace as well. But being able to eat the food that we grow will be a sense of accomplishment. It'll be like a big challenge that I've overcame. The food will be healthy for us, so hopefully we can stop eating so much of the processed type foods, and it'll get rid of a lot of the inflammation that George and I both deal with. I'm really looking forward to giving the dogs, you know, some spinach out of the garden, or they love veggies, so that'll be really nice. If I can make myself get out and go for this little walk every day, or a few times a day, I really believe it's going to help in the long run. Like I said, it's not going to be easy. It hasn't been easy. I've pretty much got 2 modes. And last week was the one where I just completely shut off. I just went into Netflix land, and I basically just existed, because I knew that no matter what I did, it was just going to be something that created more pain for me. I tried, you know, sitting down editing videos, and my shoulder couldn't handle that. I couldn't write, I couldn't lift, because when I did try to, I ended up hurting myself, and I knew that set me back another 2 or 3 days of having to heal. Sorry, mouth's dry. But I just gotta find that happy medium. It's gonna be a journey, it's gonna be a struggle, but I know I'm not the only one out there anymore that's dealing with I know I'm not the only one that's dealing with chronic pain. I see so many people go through so much worse than what I am, and they come out on the other side, and they're doing things that I only wish I could do. So I just gotta find a way to get there, and I hope that somehow we can all help each other through this journey. If you've got any tips or tricks or anything that's helped you, feel free to leave them down in the comments, and I'll try to keep you guys updated on how not only, you know, the build of our homestead is going, but the emotional journey as well. Well, we're almost at the end of our walk, so I'm gonna go try to get some stuff done inside. One more thing I wanted to add. Last week I lost a friend due to suicide. We hadn't talked in years. Had no clue. Same with most of the people that I've lost due to suicide. Just reach out. It's extremely hard to show that you have a weakness, but by reaching out, you're showing that you have a strength, that you want to survive, that there's a reason for you to survive. I'm always here if anybody ever needs to talk. I've been through quite a bit in my life, and well, just like everybody else has. But about a month ago was the last thought that I had. I had the thoughts, what's the point if I'm just going to spend every day in pain? What's the point of trying to get anything accomplished? What's the point of me being alive? It would be so much easier if I was just not here, and I wouldn't have to suffer with the daily pain and the daily struggle of trying to get out of bed. And you do have a purpose. There's a reason that you're alive, and you can come out of this. If you need anything, just reach out. It doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be the suicide hotline. Just say, I need help, and it will be the best decision you ever made, I promise. So yeah, we'll leave it at that for right now, but please just reach out. There's always somebody there. Love you guys. Bye, guys.